They play down a Go-Go Tamago and can gain the lore equal to damaged character. Is it damaged opposing character? On chosen opposing character, they gain 1 lore by paying the 2 extra ink with their Go-Go Tamago for the win that we could not see happening. NANI? Today we're playing an all Moana themed deck. That's right, it's got all the characters from Moana, including Moana, Hey, Kakamora, Grandma Tala, and Maui. And Maui in a whole bunch of different forms. We got the Maui Hawk, we got Maui the Hiragana, we got Maui the Half Shark, and we got Maui Whale. We also got Tamatoa, which if you didn't know, is in the same anime as Grandma Tala. They go together. We're excited to play it. For our song cards, How Far I'll Go. It's a song card from Moana. And she wants to know how far she'll go. And that's the one that we're singing. And we can sing it with the Grandma Tala. And we like the sound of that. What else do we got going for us? We have a Floodborn Moana. We have 2 Floodborn Moanas. This is probably the better one. This one says, when you play this character, you may move any number of your characters to the same location for free. Gain 1 lore for each character that you move. So if we have a whole bunch of characters and we move them to location, which we have 2 locations, this is the new location from Azurite Sea Flotilla. If we move them there for free, we're going to get lore for each one that we move there. We're playing 2 Flotilla, 2 Montanui. Montanui can help us ramp. Hearted Tefiti can also help us ramp by taking the top card of our deck and putting it into our ink well face down and exert. So if we got extra ink on our turns, that's what we're going to be doing with it. We're excited to play this deck. It looks like it's got a little bit of synergies going on. It's like they knew what they wanted to do with the deck, with having different Moana characters available to us. We're excited to play. The deck list is in the description of this video. And we're going to play this on Inktable by going to Menu, Export, Inktable, and play on Inktable.
Things that we learned in this video: the Flotilla location can change the pace of the game. If you make your opponent lose a lore, that's a good deal. They don't have that math ready to go. Number 2, Grandma Tala is the reason for the season. And number 3, maybe Moana isn't supposed to win.
We're playing this deck against a green-purple deck. The green-purple decks, if you didn't know, are running the rails right now. We got Flotilla, we got our Kakamora, and we also got a Flotilla. Surely we don't need 2 Flotillas. Surely we don't need the 7-drop Grandma. She's all right. She can stay because we're going to need some characters eventually. That's a 2-drop. When you play this character, you can exert chosen opposing item. It can't ready at the start of the next turn. During turn, this character gains evasive. Don't mind if I do. Maybe that's our 2-drop. Looks like it is. We are going to go with the Dunzo for that. What else do we got going for us? They ink a card and then play the Diablo. This one is the Obedient Raven. And it lets you... We are going to ink a card. Is it Big Moana? Sure does feel like it. And then we'll pass the turn. This one lets you draw a card when it's banished. And it's going to get banished. It's going to let them draw a card. They still have 2 ink to play with. They get to play the Bonsai. They got lots of aggro on board. And we don't know if we have the smoke for it. When you play this character, chosen pirate character gains evasive. Nah. We can make them lose a lore if we move Hey there, which we would have to pay 2 to move them there. So nah. Kakamora, that's the same one with the evasive. We'll ink that person. And then we need to put something down with 2. It's either Hey or it's Hey. Big choices, big vibes. Is it Hey or is it Hey? I think it's Hey because it has a 3. We need to be able to take out this. So that's going to be there for that. And then we will pass the turn. As easy as that. There's the Flynn Cloud Kicker. Why'd I call him that? The quest for 4, and we have no removal options for them. We have a Grandma Tala. We can ink a thing and play our Hey back. Flotilla, at the start of your turn, if you have a character here, each opponent loses 1 lore. Gain lore equal to the lore lost that way. We like that. We need to ink our card. We need to keep our ink up and not our funny up. Surely it's not Moana. If we ink the Kakamora, and then we are just going to go ahead and play this Hey, that could make them lose a lore next turn, which we might need to do. We might need to take them down in lore to be able to survive the things. They play White Rose, super aggro. When they play it down, they get that gain of lore. The Bonsai gets a quest for 2. The Diablo keeps on going. Keep on going, Diablo. And then they do their Cloud Kicker for another lore. We get How Far I'll Go. We can ink Hey. And then we get to play Grandma Tala. We get to look at the top 2 cards. We put 1 in our hand and then the other on the bottom. This is going to go into our hand. The Half Shark is going on the bottom of the deck. We got to get rid of some of these characters. We can sadly only take out one character. It's going to be the bonsai. It's questing for 2. That's too much. We got to slow them down. Even though this could have like taken away lore in the near future, we have other stuff going for us. Like Maui is going to need to do some damage to these characters. Like Maui's going to have to take out White Rose before it gets bounced. They're questing all the way up to 13. I don't think we have the smoke to take them out. We need to ink a card. Looking like it's going to be Tamatoa at this point in the game. We can sing. No, we need a challenge with this thing. That's too bad. We will get to play our Maui Hero to the All. He will get to challenge into the White Rose. Need to take it out. Got to get rid of him. We need to challenge our Grandma into Kit Cloud Kicker. Need to get rid of it. Got to go. And then we used up all of our ink. We're not looking too good. They're at 13, and they got lots of options, especially when they draw from this card. And then this goat can take out whatever character they want. The goat takes out Maui Hero to the All, and they get to gain lore when they do that. They plan down a Peter Pan. The Shadowfinder has Rush, but they trade. So we'll take those. They're at 15, and they can only get 1 next turn. We like the sound of that. Does this have Rush? It sure does. It can take it out. So we will get to play this, and then we'll get to challenge into there. And then we can ink this, whenever this character quests while at a location. Ready all other characters that are here. Yeah, that's a little bit too far-fetched of a play right now. It says we can play a card. Do we get Flotilla down? Sure does look like it. Or Grandma Tala. Looking like Flotilla needs to be there. And then we will pass the turn. This card is set to sing this next turn, which is a great deal. A screaming deal even. We can do what we said. We can sing with this. We get to look at the top 2 cards. 1 goes in our ink. 1 goes in our hand. Looking like we need Moana. The Bonsinuity will go to the ink. We have 6 ink to play with. That can be Moana and Grandma Tala. Don't mind if I do. We're going to play Moana. And we can make them lose lore if we move Kakamora there. So instead of playing Grandma, we are going to move character here. I want to move Moana there because they could take out Kakamora. Don't want to do that. We can ink a card, but could we actually play all these cards next turn? We could not. We could shift for 3, 7, and Grandma Tall. We're not going to do it. We're going to hold our cards. We're going to think about it. We're going to pass the turn. This thing can quest for 2. They play a rabbit, lets them draw a card. We're in a bad spot. They go up to 17 lore. They can play a card. Oh, they play the rabbit. We get to make them lose a lore. Do we gain the lore? We gain lore equal to what they lost. We need to take out the bonsai. And Moana will be able to do that. And Kakamora will be able to sing this. So we will go ahead and sing. How far I'll go with the Kakamora. We look at the top 2 cards. 1 goes into our ink. 1 goes into our hand. We're putting Grandma Tala into our hand. We have Grandma Tala and Moana. We are going to challenge with Moana into the bonsai. Get rid of them. And then she will stay alive. Like the sound of that. We can play our Grandma Tala. Let's just look at the top 2 cards, trying to find one that we need. Yeah, we'll take the Moana because that's what we got. And then I say that we play our Grandma Tala and we play our Moana. That's what we got going on. They can get 1 more lore, and then hopefully we just get rid of that lore with our Flotilla. If they don't take out this character. If they take out this character, then we don't get to get rid of their lore. We will pass the turn because that's all the ink that we got. We're already up at 8 ink. They play Elsa, which is a terrible thing. Elsa is going to exert a thing. They get to draw a card with their rabbit because they vanished into the Kakamora. They have a Clarabelle on board. They get to do some more damage with their Elsa, and they get 2 lore on board, and we don't get the negative things for them. So one of these has evasive, yeah. It was our Moana that's taken away. So this Moana we need to put on board. We will go ahead and play Moana. We need to move a character here. It's going to be this Moana. That's our priority 1. Even though like these are good to play, they'll definitely like help us out. We don't have the smoke to do that right now. Is she a pirate? She is not a pirate, so this can't challenge, but that's okay because this has evasive, and we want to be able to challenge it anyway. We could ink this and then shift it, and if we shift it, it says whenever this character quests while at a location, ready all other characters that are here. So maybe we're getting ready for that, but the Grandma Tala lets us dig a little bit. I think inking the Grandma Tala is the wrong turn, but it's what we're doing. And then we are going to play our Moana, shift it onto this Moana, and then she will get to quest. She's not a location, so her ability doesn't happen. We get to quest this Grandma Tala, and we get to quest this Grandma Tala. Quest. We're up at 5. They're at 16. They can go to 18 next turn, but hopefully we get to zap them down. At least one. They do that Elsa, which is what we were scared of. The Elsa means that they can take out this with their 2 Elsas. They're not going to be able to do that. They take out Grandma Tala. That goes into our Inkwell because of her ability. And then they quest their Clarabelle. And then their Elsa's going to be able to do 2 damage to our Grandma Tala. We get to make them lose a lore with our Flotilla. We get a Kakamora. When you play this character, your chosen pirate character gains evasive until the start of your next turn. Is this a pirate? It is a captain. We have no other pirates. Bad deal. We are going to play it. I can give this evasive. That's a good deal. And then we will move everybody to Flotilla. Everybody's going there. And then that means that whenever this character quests while at a location, ready all other characters here. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. So I could challenge in with this is evasive. It'll take 2 and knock that out. So I challenge into it. It's evasive. It knocks it out. Good deal. If we challenge into Clarabelle, we lose our grandma, but that's okay. Because we need them not to get lore. We need to try to win this game. Our grandma goes away. And then if we quest this character, then it readies Moana. And then Moana's ready to take out Elsa once again. So we will quest Moana. She quests for 2. We're up to 8. And now we get to ready all other characters. And then this one can't quest, but it sure is ready to challenge that Elsa. Get her out of there. And then we can pass the turn. We got 2 characters at Flotilla with no damage on it. They play a Genie, kind of a problem for us, because we don't have an evasive character anymore. They play a Chair in a Box Followers, and I think that's all the time that we could buy ourselves. We can play Grandma Tala, and we can move her to the location. This quest for 2, this quest for 1. And if they play a goat or anything else, they win. But we do need to take this out. This has a 1/3 stat line. This is the only character that can challenge into it. If I have another pirate, I do have another pirate. Oh, this is the other one. So I will challenge into the Clarabelle. And that's our only option to survive another turn unless they play a goat or a white rose. And then we can go ahead and quest our Kakamora. That will give us 1 more lore. We're up at 10. We're making the great comeback. And then when we pass the turn, they play a Bonsai. And I think it's all ogre for us now. There's 18 lore. They can quest their Chair in a Box Followers, that's another lore. They play down a Go-Go Tamago and can gain the lore equal to damaged character. Is it damaged opposing character? On chosen opposing character. They gain 1 lore by paying the 2 extra ink with their Go-Go Tamago for the win that we could not see happening. We said, they could win with the goat. They could win with the white rose. Never did we think that they'd win with the Go-Go Tamago. Thanks for watching. We put out new videos every day.